أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا اللهم صل على Muhammad وعلى Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. My name is Syed Muhammad Asghar Masood, and I will be your host for tonight's Majlis. Tonight is the fifth and final Majlis of this Karbala for Kids series. We are going to start our Majlis with tilawat from brother Muhammad Musa Mehdavi from Melbourne.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا الشمس كورت وإذا النجوم كدرت وإذا الجبال سيرت وإذا العشار عطلت وإذا الوحوش حشرت وإذا البحار سجرت وإذا النفوس زوجت وإذا الموءودة سئلت بأي ذنب قتلت وإذا الصحف نشرت صدق الله العلي العظيم.
MashaAllah, Brother Muhammad. Today's Majlis is about the fifth martyr of Karbala, Imam Hussain al-Islam. We will have a slide which will give us some information about Imam as well, which will pop up in a second. Who is Imam Hussain al-Islam, our third Imam? Imam Hussain al-Islam was born on the 3rd of Shaban 4 AH in Medina. He is the third Imam in a series of 12 Imam. He is also the second grandson of the Prophet, peace be upon him. His father is Imam Ali al-Islam, the first Imam of the 12, and his mother is the Lady of Heaven, the daughter of the Prophet, Bibi Fatima Zahra, Salamullahi alayhi. His Imamate period lasted for 10 years. He is referred to as Sayyida Shabaa al-Jannah alongside his brother Imam Hussain al-Islam, which translates to the Master of the Youth of Paradise. Imam Hussain al-Islam was present during the battles of Siffin, Jamal, and Nehrawan, which all occurred during the time of Imam Ali al-Islam. He is one of the 5 members of the Prophet's household, of the Prophet's Ahlulbayt, who are discussed in the verse of Al-Tathir. Imam Hussain al-Islam left Medina for Kufa on the 28th of Rajab 61 AH, accompanied by his family and some companions, where later he was detoured by the army of Yazid lanallahu alayh to Karbala, where he arrived on the 2nd of Muharram. On the night of Ashura, Imam Hussain al-Islam and his followers spent the night of Ashura in worship of Allah and salutations. While gathered around an oil lamp, Imam Hussain al-Islam turned off the lamp and revealed to his companions the destiny of martyrdom today that they would face, and that they were permitted to leave by him. However, the companions of the Imam were extremely loyal and committed to his cause, and they wished to stand alongside the Imam on the Day of Judgment. On the day of Ashur, Hazrat Ali Akbar started the day by giving an azan. The companions of the Imam then volunteered to battle first and thus were the first martyrs of Karbala. Then followed by Hazrat Ali Akbar, Shahzada Qasim, Hazrat Abbas, Hazrat Ali Asghar, and 18 other members of Imam Hussain al-Islam's household, who all fought a fierce battle and embraced the title of Shaheed. One after another, everyone went to the battlefield until the Imam was left all alone. Then the Imam bid farewell to the ladies, fought a battle against the army of oppressors. When he fell from his horse, and then he was mercilessly slaughtered in the land of Karbala. The evening of 10th Muharram, referred to as Sham-e Ghariban, struck the household of the Prophet after the death of Imam Hussain al-Islam. The enemies trampled the bodies of the martyrs, stole the belongings of the Ahlulbayt, and then burnt the camps of Imam Hussein's family. Lady Zainab then later became the guardian and protected the household from incoming attacks. And the family of the Imam were then made captives and then later taken to Kufa and Sham. Now we will watch a short animation regarding Imam Hussain al-Islam, which should pop up in some seconds.
Once upon a time, there was a baby named Hussein ibn Ali who was born on the 3rd of Shaban in the 4th year of Hijrah, in the holy household of Bibi Fatima and Imam Ali alayhi salam. When he was born, the Holy Prophet was given the news of the birth of his second grandson. He arrived at the house of his daughter, took the little baby in his arms, and recited the azan and iqamah in his ears. People around the Prophet saw tears in his eyes. Bibi Fatima asked, what was the reason for his tears? And he told her that this boy of hers will achieve martyrdom, but comforted her by adding that God will create a nation who will mourn Hussein till the day of judgment. One of the famous sayings that the Prophet said was, Husseinu minni wa ana min al-Hussein, which means, Hussein is from me and I am from Hussein. The story of Karbala begins with the birth of Hussein. The Holy Prophet had shown affection and love for his grandson as any grandfather would. But there was something more positive and great in this love. Several times when Hussein entered the mosque as a small child, the Holy Prophet would put him in his lap and would tell his companions that this is Hussein, look at him and remember him. No more than 50 years had passed since the death of Prophet Muhammd, peace be upon him, and the Muslim empire was sliding into disaster under terror from the Umayyad dynasty, Yazid. Hussein ibn Ali took a stand against Yazid's unfair ruling. Whilst Yazid was feared and disliked, Hussein was admired and respected by his community. Keeping this in mind, Yazid decided that he would demand Hussein's loyalty and force Imam to accept Yazid as a ruler of the Muslims, hoping to gain some form of authority for his rule. Hussein had a choice to make. To approve Yazid would mean a great reward and a life of luxury in this world. To refuse would lead to his own death. What should he do? What would you or I do? For our beloved Imam, the choice between the easy thing and the right thing was no choice at all. Imam Hussein refused. He said, I will never give Yazid my hand like a man who has been humiliated, nor will I run like a slave. I have not risen to spread evil or to show off. I only desire to encourage good values and stop evil. He then traveled to Karbala with his companions and close family. The other army had a lot more soldiers than he did. They had 10,000, whereas he only had 72. Finally, on the day of Ashura, after all 72 companions had fought against the army, only Imam Hussein was left. Still, the enemy asked Imam Hussein to give his obedience, and they promised to give him and his family water, as they had nothing to eat or drink for 3 whole days. But Imam refused. He then gave his final goodbye to his family and went out to the battlefield. He fought very hard and killed a lot of the enemy. But eventually, Allah commanded him to put his sword away, and when he did, the enemy rushed towards him like cattle, threw spears at him, and then fell off his horse and onto the ground, laying on a bed of arrows pierced into his body, as all the women and the children watched with their tears in their eyes. Imam Hussein fought against oppression and defended the religion of Islam, and by doing so, he taught the world the greatest lesson on freedom and on honor. For this reason, we call Imam Hussein Sayyid al-Shuhada, which means chief of the martyrs. He was killed brutally while still holding on to his beliefs. We should all try hard to become as brave as Imam Hussain was on the day of Ashura, as we have another Hussein that awaits our support.
MashaAllah, that was a very informative animation. Before inviting our Molana Syed Abul Qasim Rizvi to give his lecture, I would like to give a brief introduction about him. He's one of the renowned scholars all across Australia, all across the globe. He has studied in Qom for 8 years, graduated from there under the guidance of Marja Ayatullah Sayyid Muhammad Raza Gulpayagani. He spent 10 years in Uganda giving services and moved to Australia in 2006. He is the ex-resident alim of Bunjatan Society of Victoria, Melbourne, and Islamic Shia Council of Queensland located in Brisbane. He has travelled all over the globe delivering lectures in different languages like Urdu, English, Persian, Arabic. And I personally myself see him as a mentor figure who has helped guide me closer to the path of the Ahlulbayt. With the loudest salawat for his health and well-being, I would like to invite him to start today's lecture. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. Ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين رحمة للعالمين الرسول المسدد المصطفى الأمجد المحمود الأحمد أبي القاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين المنتجبين أما بعد فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتابه الحكيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والفجر وليال عشر وقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم إن الحسين مصباح الهدى وسفينة Alhamdulillah, this is a constructive approach to organize such a wonderful majlis, because according to the hadith of our first Imam related to training of our children, do not train your children in the manner or the method you were trained when you were young, because their era is different from yours. So animation, presentation, and quiz, these are the best way and the method to make them understand what is Karbala and what were the aims and objectives of Imam Hussain. Yes, aim and purpose of the adha and the morning is nothing other than that. While I was watching the animation, I've seen Hussein of today is waiting for you. Yes. Actually, we are unable to listen his voice. And especially every Muharram, avenger of the blood of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, whose title is Al-Muntaqim,
MashaAllah.
and we do recite in Dua Nudba, أين الطالب بدم المقتول بكربلاء. Where are you? The avenger of the blood of Imam Hussain and the martyrs of the Karbala. We are waiting for you. But here, he is waiting. Yes. We are only the muntazir. We are waiting for his arrival. We are praying to Allah for his reappearance. Oh Allah, make it faster than blink of an eye. But at the same time, we have to prepare ourselves. He is muntazir because we are awaiting for him. So he is the most awaited one. And he's muntazir also. Muntazir means waiting for his army, waiting for his force. And do you know who are the force of Imam Hussain? Who are the force of Imam al-Hujjah alayhi salatu wasalam? You. These are our kids. Because according to the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, العلم في الصغر كالنقش في الحجر. Training and education in the childhood.
MashaAllah.
It is indelible. It is nothing. No one can abolish or remove or wash it. Because it was written while he was very young. You know, these are the kids and the children. Imam Khomeini, when the Shah of Iran and the King of Iran, he said, where are your helpers? He replied, they are in the cradle, they are in the lap of their mother. I salute you. I am praying for my kids. Your majalis are inspirational and educational. There is an inspiration for me also. Allah.
MashaAllah.
Oh, my children. You know, after the victory and the success of the Islamic revolution of Iran, just within 2 years, there was the imposed battle. Iran was engaged for 8 years. But with the support of Imam al-Hujjah alayhi salatu wasalam, alhamdulillah, world was at one side and Iran was at another side. But it was saved and protected at that time. While Imam Khomeini, he appeared to address the gathering, and there were the bodies of the shuhada and the martyrs. Among them, there was the boy who was just 14 years old, and the people, they were chatting and they were calling and they were saying, Allahu Akbar, Khomeini Rabbi, he said, I'm not leader, my leader is that 14 years old. So we are talking about Imam Hussain. You can listen. The call of Imam. Hal min nafirin yanzur. Just recently we had the Majalis and Allah in the morning of Imam As-Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam. You know, there is a complete book and the package of the supplication which leads to the salvation of the person and closeness and nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One sentence from there. That was the pain of Imam Sajjad. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من مستغيث يستغيث فلا أغيث له. He heard the call of his father and he responded while he was sick. Imam said, see, there is no jihad for you. Your jihad is going to start after my shahadat, and that is more harder than mine. He said, see, I seek refuge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if someone who is oppressed and he is calling for help, and I am unable to answer his call. That was the pain of Imam Sajjad. Try to understand the pain of Imam al-Hujjah. The one, in one of his dua in Ziya'arah, he said, وَلَأَبْكِيَنَّ عَلَيْكَ بَدَلُ الدُّمُوِ دَمًا. Oh my grandfather, I'm crying for you instead of these tears. Bloods are coming from my eye. Recognize Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Entire month dedicated to him. But actually, from these 5 majalis and the selective majalis, the last day is dedicated to Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Who is Hussain? Recognize him. Know him. There are more than 50 ayat and verses in the Quran Majid about Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. Surah Al-Dahq about him. Ayah Mubayna about him. Ayah Tathir about him. Ayah Qurba about him. Ayah Fidak about him. Ayat Imamat about him. Ayah Salawat for him. There are many hadiths. Few hadiths I'm going to share very fast. Learn these hadiths. Rasulullah said, Hussainu minni wa ana min al-Hussain. Hussain is from me and I'm from him. Look at the position and the status of Imam al-Hussain in the eye of Rasulullah. Then he prayed to Allah, Ahabba Allah man ahabba Hussain. Oh Allah, love the one who loved my Hussain. Then he said, Al-Hasan wal-Hussain, Sayyid Shabab Ahl al-Jannah. Hasan and Hussain, they are the chief and the master of the youth of paradise. Allah Akbar. Then he said, Al-Hasan wal-Hussain, Imamani, Qama aw Qa'ada. Hasan and Hussain, they are the Imam, whether they stood against the falsehood or the situation for the sulh, or they declare the peace. Life of Imam al-Hasan and Imam al-Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam was summarized by Rasulullah in one sentence. This is the Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. About whom? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, see, there are the 3 things, especially for Hussain. Turbat of Imam al-Hussain, fihi shifa'un, cure for everyone. Imamat in the progeny of Imam al-Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, and the acceptance of the prayer and supplication under the tomb of Imam al-Hussain. Ad-dua mustajab tahta al-qubba. This is the Hussain. You know, there is a Islamic scholar from Egypt, not Shia, Sunni, but lover of Imam al-Hussain. Hussain is not our property, please. Introduce him. So at least world can recognize this was our mistake. We did not understand, we did not introduce Imam al-Hussain. in the proper way. Because we did not recognize them. Hussein's okay. Hussein is for everyone. So that alim, he said, see, فَكَمَا جُلُوس فِي مَجْلِسِ الْقُرْآنِ عِبَادَةً, the way sitting in the gathering where the people, they are reciting the Quran, it is ibadah, the same as julus fi majlis al-Hussein ibadah. If someone is sitting in the majlis of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, if someone talks about Imam Hussain, that is ibadah. Quran wa Ahlulbayt. Then he said, فَكَمَا أَنَّ النَّظَرَ فِي الْمُصْحَفِ عِبَادَةً النَّظَرُ إِلَىٰ قَبْرِ الْحُسَيْنِ. Same way, looking into the Quran, it is ibadah. The same way, looking into the looking to the qabr of Imam Hussain. If someone look at the qabr of Imam Hussain, grave of Imam Hussain, zari of Imam Hussain, it is ibadah. And the last sentence, Allah Akbar, kamal kar diya hai. Amazing. فَكَمَا أَنَّ الْقُرْآنَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ, as Quran said in Surah Bani Israel, Surah Israel. وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. We reveal in the Quran shifa and rahmat for the mu'mineen, for the believer. Condition, shifa and rahmat both, but for the believer. But what he said, فَكَمَا أَنَّ الْقُرْآنَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ فَتُرْبَةُ قَبْرِ الْحُسَيْنِ شِفَاءٌ لِجَمِيعِ الْعَالَمِ. But the turbat of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, this is a shifa not only for the mu'min, believer, non-believer, Allah Akbar. Therefore, the world got the inspiration from Imam Hussain. You know, one more hadith. I started from that hadith. Inna al-Hussain misbahul huda. Rasulullah said, see, Hussain, misbah charah, lamp. Huda, hidayat, lamp of guidance.
Wow.
Who has enlightened this lamp of guidance with his blood in the lamp? وَسَفِينَةٌ najat, and he is the ark of salvation. At another place, Rasulullah said, see, when someone talk about Imam Hussain, you are feeling love, connection, a kind of revelation in your life, attachment to the Quran, connection with the namaz. You are feeling that you are connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by talking about Imam Hussain. He says, Inna lil Hussain fi qulub al mu'minin hararatan la tabridu abada. Rasulullah said, see, for Hussain, there is a fire, there is a heat in the heart of the believers in mu'minin. And by the time, nearly 1400 years, but still, you know, that heat never gets cool. Never gets. Allah. Therefore, in the pandemic, everything is stopped except the morning and adha of Imam Hussain.
Wow.
The best madrasa. My children, my loving children. You are the force of Imam Hussain. Because Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, when he came to the Karbala, he brought the force of the children and kids. Hazrat Imam Muhammd Baqir, Hazrat Ali al-Asghar, Hazrat Sakina al-Ruqayya, Hazrat Muhammd, Hazrat Qasim, Hazrat Abdullah ibn Hasan. Allah Akbar, there is a big list. There is a force of Imam al-Hujjah and force of Imam al-Hussain. You are the force of Hussain of today. There are the few stories I would like to share with my kids about them. You know, Imam Hussain, he was very kind, and he gave respect to everyone. Please give respect to everyone. And you know, from where we can start the respect? By saying salam. You know, there are the two hadiths from our third Imam related to this salam. Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, he said, Silu arhamakum walau bis-salam. Maintain good relation with your relatives and the family members. Minimum, you can do one thing. Say salam to them. Visit them. That causes to increase your risk, increase your life, and it is your death. Forgive your sin and protect you from the fishar al-qabr. Allah. And you know, there are the many type of the miserness mentioned in Hadi. But at one place, Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam said, Abkhalun nas man bakhila bis salam.
Wow.
Among you, the most miser is the one. He's not saying salam to him. And my Imam is Kareem. Therefore, there were the two messages for every Shia until the day of judgment through the Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam. For Sajjad, when you go back to Medina, say my salam to my Shia. Therefore, we are saying Assalamu alayki ya Aba Abdullah. That azar, that morning, that occasion, that event, which was organized by Asghar. This is what also was alaykum as-salam. This is a response to the salam of Imam Hussain. You know, salam is sunnat. Reply is wajib. That is the wajib what we are doing. The second thing, when you are going to drink the cold water, remember my thirst. Of course, Imam Hussain, he was thirsty over there, and his family and the companions and the kids. But today, if someone is not following the teaching of Ahlulbayt alayhi salatu salam, so that means again Hussain is thirsty. If someone is not obeying the teaching of Imam Hussain, because Imam Hussain, there are the many ahadith, but one or two hadith, when he left the Medina, what he said? Inni lam akhruj ashiran wala bataran wala dhaliman wala mufsida. I'm not leaving Medina to oppress someone, to create the mischief, to kill someone. بل إنما خرجت لطلب الإصلاح في أمة الجنة. But my aim and the aim and objective of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, it was Amr bil Ma'ruf and Nahy anil Munkar, enjoin people in good things. But before I convey this message, I have to start from myself. Amr bil Ma'ruf for myself. وَالنَّهِي anil Munkar. Ask people not to do the bad or evil. But first I have to start from myself. That is the Amr bil Ma'ruf. وَصِيرَ بِسِيرَةِ جَدِّي وَأَبِي أمير المؤمنين Ali ibn Abi Talib. This is the Siraat of Rasulullah and Imam Amr bil Ma'ruf. Sometimes we are disheartened. We are saying, oh, there are many people, those who are not following the teaching of Ahlulbayt. Why do I follow? There are very few. How many people were in the Karbala? Get the answer from there. Okay. That is an observation. Now another thing. Hadith from Imam Hussain in the Karbala when he delivered the sermon. An-nas abidul sunni. Are we? Imam said, people, they are the servant. They are the slave of worldly desire. Abid. وَإِذَا بِالْبَلَاءِ قَلَّتْ ضِيَّاتُهُم. They are the slave of their worldly desire. There is no relation and connection with the deen and religion. When they are tested, you can find very few religious and pious and the righteous people. Do not go for the other side, go for that side. Imam Hussain he gave respect to the poor people, and whenever he was giving sadaqah, he was covering his face. Once he was on his horse and there were the group of the poor people, they asked him, Mola, please join us. Imam get down from his horse, and thereafter he sat with them. He spent some time, and thereafter he said, see, he was able to, I can't eat, it's haram. Imam said, join with them, explain the religion. The way Imam Hussain, he explained the religion, in that manner you explain to people. And then he invited them. They were very happy. Imam sat with them. Imam joined them. Imam had the meal with them. That was an honor. You know, teaching of Imam Hussain والسلام, can change your enemy into your friend. Or 1,000 people in his commandership. When they joined Imam Hussein's time, they were thirsty. They were thirsty and about to die because of due to their thirst. Imam provided water. This is Hussein. To him, to his army, to his animal. And finally, that was the akhlaq of Imam Hussain, which causes to change the whole, and he joined the Imam Hussain. Now we can change the world by following the teaching of Imam Hussain. Be the true mourner of Imam Hussain by applying his teaching in our daily life. And that practice of the teaching of Hussain, neither for 10 days, nor for 40 days, nor for 2 months and 8 days. Hussain is an inspiration for everyone, especially for Shia, especially for us, for entire our life. So, Allahumma rzuqni shafa'at al-Hussain. I conclude. Live like Ali, die like Hussain. Follow the teaching of Imam Hussain Islam and convey the message of Imam Hussain Islam. If you want to give defeat to the Yazid of today, if you want to give defeat to the Dajjal of today, because Dajjal is the name of person, but there is a mindset, there is a system which called Dajjaliyat. Yazid is the name, but the system called Yazidiyat. So of course, you can defeat the Yazidiyat and the Dajjaliyat by following the teaching of Imam Hussain Islam with the banner of Hussein. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah accept the effort of organizers and effort of our kids, ulama and scholars. Those who are listening, those who are joining, who Allah grant us tawfiq to follow the teaching of Ahlulbayt alayhi salatu wasalam. Who Allah make us closer to Ahlulbayt alayhi salatu wasalam. Who Allah make us true follower of Ahlulbayt. To understand the adha of Imam Hussain and the message of Imam Hussain. Who Allah make our Imam happy and pleased with our action. May Allah hasten the reappearance of Imam al-Hujjah alayhi salatu wasalam and enlist us as a helper, as a lover, as a follower, as a soldier, as a servant, as a slave of Imam al-Hujjah alayhi salatu wasalam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. MashaAllah, Molana. What an informative and engaging speech. Now, for the first Noha of tonight, I would like to welcome Brother Hadi Zahir from Queensland.
السلام علیکم.
وعلیکم السلام. Start when you're ready.
Okay. خدا نے جب ملک الموت کو یہ اذن دیا کہ روح حضرت سرور نکال کر لیا، رہے خیال کی شبیر کو نہ ہو ایزا، حسین پہلے زخموں سے چور چور ہوا. ملک پکارا یا مجھ سے نہ ہو سکے گا خدا، میں کس طرح سے نکالوں بدن سے جان حسین، بہت ہی سخت ہے یا رب یہ امتحان حسین، بہت ہی سخت ہے یا رب یہ امتحان حسین. لگا ہے زخم تبر بہ رہا ہے سر سے لہو، برے ہیں خون میں جانی رسول کے گیسو، قریب جا کے رکھوں دل پہ کس طرح قابو، کہ اس لہو میں تو ہے فاطمہ کی دودھ کی بو، میں کس طرح سے نکالوں بدن سے جان حسین، بہت ہی سخت ہے یا رب یہ امتحان حسین، بہت ہی سخت ہے یا رب یہ امتحان حسین. میں پھر ان آنکھوں پہ ڈالوں ستم یہ کیا ہے ضرور، بے چر کے جو علی اکبر سے ہو گئی بے نور، ندائی آئی دہن سے نکال جانی حضور، کہاں جہان میں تو کانٹے پڑے رب غفور، میں کس طرح سے نکالوں بدن سے جان حسین، بہت ہی سخت ہے یا رب یہ امتحان حسین، بہت ہی سخت ہے یا رب یہ امتحان حسین. ندائی آئی کی گردن سے کھینچ جان ان کی، کہا میں کیا کہوں گردن پہ چل رہے ہے چھری، چولی پکڑ کے چلاتی ہے کوئی بی بی، نہ ذبح کر میرے بچے کو میں دعا دوں گی، میں کس طرح سے نکالوں بدن سے جان حسین، بہت ہی سخت ہے یا رب یہ امتحان حسین، بہت ہی سخت ہے یا رب یہ امتحان حسین. ندائی آئی کی سینے سے قبضے کر لے جان، کہا وہ تیروں سے چلنے اے میرے رحمان، ابھی تو مار کے برچی ہٹاتا ایک شیطان، عرب تو ہے تہ زانو شمر قرآن، میں کس طرح سے نکالوں بدن سے جان حسین، بہت ہی سخت ہے یا رب یہ امتحان حسین، بہت ہی سخت ہے یا رب یہ امتحان حسین، خدا پکارا یہ مشکل کریں گے ہم آسان، نہ تو نکالے میرے عاشقی غریب کی جان، میں خود نکال رہا ہوں بدن سے جان حسین، کہ ختم ہونے کو اب ہے یہ امتحان حسین، کہ ختم ہونے کو اب ہے یہ امتحان حسین۔ صلوات۔
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Subhanallah Hadi, what a heartfelt recitation. For the second Noha now, I would like to invite Abbas Ali from Melbourne. Whenever you're ready. You're muted, by the way. You're muted. Could you unmute your mic, please? Abbas Ali, could you please unmute your microphone? We're having some technical difficulties with Abbas Ali. عباس علی آپ اپنا مائک پلیز انمیوٹ کر سکتے ہیں؟ Could we please have for the Noha Ali Abbas Lakhani from Melbourne? You are also muted, Ali Abbas. Thank you.
حسین بے کس حسین تنہا حسین زخمی حسین پیاسا حسین بے کس حسین تنہا حسین زخمی حسین پیاسا، وہ جان ساروں کی بکھری لاش، وہ سرخ میدان کربلا کا، حسین بے کس حسین تنہا حسین زخمی حسین پیاسا، حسین بے کس حسین تنہا حسین زخمی حسین پیاسا، وہ آگ اگلتا فلک کا سورج زمیں پہ لیتی کہ وہ شرارے، وہ آگ اگلتا فلک کا سورج زمیں پہ لیتی کہ وہ شرارے، وہ کس قیامت کی تھی حرارت اور اس میں دلبر تھا فاطمہ کا، حسین بے کس حسین تنہا حسین زخمی حسین پیاسا، حسین بے کس حسین تنہا حسین زخمی حسین پیاسا ابھی تو فارغ ہوا تھا رن میں وہ اپنے اکبر کی لاش اٹھا کر ابھی تو فارغ ہوا تھا رن میں وہ اپنے اکبر کی لاش اٹھا کر خدا کسی پر یہ دن نہ لائے ادھر ضعیفی ادھر بڑھاپا حسین بے کس حسین تنہا حسین زخمی حسین پیاسا حسین بے کس حسین تنہا حسین زخمی حسین پیاسا وہ گھر میں ننھے بلکتے بچوں میں روتی مائیں وہ گھر میں ننھے بلکتے بچوں میں روتی مائیں وہ چیخ خیموں میں اللہ تاش کے تڑپ رہا تھا نبی کا کنبہ حسین بے کس حسین تنہا حسین زخمی حسین پیاسا حسین بے کس حسین تنہا حسین زخمی حسین پیاسا وہ 6 مہینے کا ننھا اصغر وہ سب کا جانی وہ سب کا دلبر وہ 6 مہینے کا ننھا اصغر وہ سب کا جانی وہ سب کا دلبر گلے سے پوتی لہو کی دھاریں چلا تھا جب تیر حرملا کا حسین بے کس حسین تنہا حسین زخمی حسین پیاسا محمد وال محمد صلوات
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. MashaAllah, beautiful recitation, Ali Abbas. Before I call Abbas Ali for Noha, I would like to, there's going to be a video that's going to play about lockdown. So that should come up in 2 to 3 seconds. Oh, sorry, my bad. I would like to call Abbas Ali for Noha recitation from Melbourne.
Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein. حسین الغریب الغریب الحسین حسین شہید شہید حسین الغریب غریب حسین دوہا دوہا دہائے ادھر سے کلامی کیسی تباہ ہے کس خون محمد قیامت کی ڈھال ہے کس کہیں جوانوں بزرگوں ہمارا گیا شہیدوں میں شامل ہے حسین الغریب الغریب الحسین حسین الشہید الشہید الحسین حسین الغریب الغریب الحسین حسین الشہید الشہید الحسین کیا جوش برپا دم کے بجائے کبھی سر نہ چھوڑا نبی دادیوں پر بھی دھر چلا نل گڑی بل قریب الحسین حسین شہید شہید حسین اپنے مدیا کی چادر میں چہرہ چھپا کر بدن کا چھلتی کھڑا ہے لہو محدود سارا پیر حسین غریب غریب داتن سے سر تھا تو سامنے کٹے کیا کہ دریا اب جو بھی نے دیکھا وفاؤں کی دے گڑے
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Thank you, Basali. MashaAllah, lovely recitation. Now I would like to request Muhammad Ali Mehdi from Sydney to lead the Ziya'arah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله الحسين السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام عليك يا غريب الغرباء علي بن موسى الرضا عليه السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام عليك يا صاحب العصر والزمان السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن السلام عليك يا إمام الزمان الأمان 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 من فتنة الزمان سيدي عجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل الله تعالى مخرجك وظهورك ورحمة الله وبركاته
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Ajal farajam. Thank you, Muhammad Ali Mehdi. Now, before I bring Brother Zain Mohsin to end for this last part of the Majlis, I would like all of you to watch a video about why we are doing Majlises online due to the pandemic going around right now, and we can't go to Karbala because of this. The video should pop up in a couple of seconds.
This year, O Hussein, we yearn to be with you. More than ever, we need to converge on the land of Karbala to renew our faith, renew our allegiance to your cause. Yet we will yearn. We will commemorate Ashura, Arba'een in our homes this year, wishing to be near your palace, longing to be near your shrine. We yearn to touch the dust of Karbala, smell the earth that you walked on to take the stand against evil and oppression. O Hussein, is it true that I won't be able to walk towards Karbala this year? Is it possible that your supporters, your allies, your loved ones won't touch your grave, see your shrine from afar? This year we will cry for you even more, beat our chests even harder, because this year we can't visit you, we can't visit your grave. But even though we won't be in Karbala this year, O Hussein, your message, your revolution, your stance against injustice will continue to reverberate around the world. Even though we won't be able to walk to your shrine, we will yell out your name all around the globe. The young and the old will hold up your flag, O Hussein.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Thank you, Syed Asghar.
Wa alaikum assalam. All over to you.
Thank you, brother. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, on behalf of Alsiraat Media, I would like to extend a huge appreciation to the guest scholars who have given up their valuable time to present. This program has been successful with your help and support, and it was an absolute honor to work alongside you. The purpose of this program was to engage the youth in a meaningful manner. To achieve this important goal, we gave our youth the opportunity to either host, recite Quran or a Noha in honor of the Martyrs of Karbala. It is proven that when you involve young people in the process of teaching and learning, they automatically have a greater engagement. At a time when there are so many distractions in the world for our youth, social media, gaming, movies, PlayStation 7, Netflix, Minecraft, and the list goes on and on. Sometimes our kids can fall into a trap. All of these distractions are designed to take your mind off the purpose of why we are here, which is to serve our Imam. So it becomes even more important that we continue to dedicate our time and efforts in engaging the youth. And inshallah, these 5 majalis have achieved at the least to get our youth away from those distractions, to look at those personalities that can provide us with a blueprint for success in this world and the hereafter. It was truly a pleasure to see the amount of effort the different reciters had put in. Most of all though, I would like to thank the young hosts who bravely took on the responsibility to run the programs during these last 5 nights. Brother Asfar, Nade Ali, Ali Abbas, Musa Alamdar, and of course, tonight's host, Muhammad Asghar. A special thank you from Alsiraat Media. May Allah give you all the success in this world and the hereafter. You all did a magnificent job. Thank you very much. Okay, so now some important information on the Kahoot quiz. There will be a total of 30 questions, which will be based on the 5 programs we conducted throughout this week. Please remember, though, to register. All information regarding the Kahoot can be found on the Alsiraat Facebook page. Registrations actually close tonight at 11:59 p.m. So there isn't that much time, so get on it. So before concluding tonight's program, Alsiraat Media has been working hard to create content to engage the youth in powerful ways in the background. As part of our endeavors, recently we launched a series called Awareness. During Ramadan, we produced 3 episodes, which you can all find on our YouTube page. And next Sunday, we have some exciting news. Alsiraat Media will be bringing out the next few episodes. We encourage you to show your kids, as the program is completely dedicated to ask the big questions our youth have about religion, society, and their identity. Now we'll actually show you just a short promo of the program, so just hold with us.
What is the proof that a God exists?
On these very important topics that I think are relevant for everyone, these kind of engaging topics are extremely, extremely important.
We know that there are so many different religions out there and so many ideologies, and each one of them is somehow claiming to be the best.
How do I actually have a strong bond with Allah?
So these programs are designed to engage the youth in a way that we know that their attention spans can be quite limited because information is so quick now. They go on the internet, put something on Google, they search it, and everything is at a touch of a button, and they want it fast. And in appreciation of that, awareness episodes are short, 10, 15 minutes. The next ones coming up actually look at some of the things that are in the media today. Okay, so I really hope that you guys benefit from that, inshallah. Asghar, can you please join me now to recite as Surah Fatiha for all marhumin, inshallah?
Yes, Bismillah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah.
Bismillah.
Ar-Rahman.
Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah, this brings the end of the 5 programs, Martyrs of Banu Hashim. And Asghar, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for such a great job.
The pleasure is all yours, all mine.
And well done.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to host a program like this, so well structured. Everything is wonderful.
Asghar, it went wonderful because of you, man. So well done.
Thanks.
And hopefully we'll see you again soon. Okay, inshallah. And we'll see you more engaged in these sort of programs. But most importantly, I would like to see you more serving your community back in Brisbane, inshallah. Okay.
Yes, inshallah. Thank you.
Inshallah, inshallah. So we'll end with a Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli
ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
لبيك يا حسين